Alright, so this is going to be a recorded game review for our Thor player. Thor orders over here. Um, I have looked over this game already. I've skimmed through it, so I already have some things that I want to talk about. So let's just dive right into it. This is a little bit of weird scouting, having this elf run through like that and then run all the way back here. And so it's a little bit weird. Yeah, like I mean, like it's sort of inefficient because you ran through your base. Like, why couldn't you just run like this and then run around like that? You know, it'll be more efficient if you run through like this. Like you get more scouting done.
Skipan. Ja,
Got a micro ox cart. Yeah. You really should like in the early game. I mean, you should have. There shouldn't be too much going on that you can afford to pay attention to the ox cart. Okay, so first things. You building your temple over here. I don't really think it's a good idea. Like, yeah, I don't think like first of all, I mean, to rush an Odin as Thor, I think it's a bad idea in the first place because Odin has a faster early game than Thor, but of course it depends on his build and what he's actually doing. But then if you do want to do a forward aggressive style, I think this temple right here is sort of it's not in a good position. I think you want to make one more towards the middle of the map. So this temple over here, when the Hersers come out, they will be in a good position to attack this gold mine, but that's about it. They won't be like if they want to defend this hunt, it'll be quite. I mean, like stop the hunt over here, or maybe down on this side. It'll be an even further walk away, or to defend your own hunt. So yeah, this temple a bit out of position in my opinion. Like right around where your Ulf is now. I think this would be a good spot to have built it. Like yeah, it would just be a more central bear position where you would have your army just pop out in a more useful location and then can go to more key areas in a shorter amount of time. So yeah, so now you're building in the middle of the map. Anyway, so yeah, this is where your temple should have been, where you're building your longhouse now. Also, this gold mine. You've scouted this gold mine, and like, yeah, it's a really exposed gold mine. You don't really know about how close the towers are to there, but then you should definitely explore your opportunities on this gold mine. This Valkyrie could be down here and harassing his gold mine. I feel like that's what the Valkyrie should be doing. Instead, the Valkyrie finds an All-Stark, and if I recall, the Valkyrie does pick the All-Stark off, which is good anyway. But I mean, this it's not as reliable as just being able to find this gold mine and wreaking havoc here. This is a very, very exposed gold mine. So you're building only doors right now, which I'm actually fine with. I think it's a pretty decent way to play Thor if you want to play aggressive. Just building only doors.
Yo.
And then right around here is the next point I want to make. So, okay, so you find this hunt. Yeah, you find this hunt, and then you go in here, and he's not really paying attention. Right, and then yeah, you also at the same time you had the Valkyrie come in over here and find your own hunt. But right around now, he notices, like after you kill this first gatherer, he notices, and he's bringing all these gatherers back home. So all your army here, it's under the fire of these two towers in the town center. So that's a lot of arrow fire. So you really like your army's gonna die really fast in this position. Like maybe you still have a chance to pick off another gatherer, like one of these in the back, if you focus them down and have really good micro on it. But then
Fear thar.
at the moment,
Skipan.
like yeah, at the moment that's not really happening. Now you're focused on over here. But yeah, you have to bring your army back. I mean, you're gonna lose so many units like this to these 3 buildings. And also the Valkyrie and this hunter over here. That could have been a easily prevented raid. I mean, against Odin, who has the ravens for scouting. Like Odin is really good scouting. Like you should know that this raid was coming, and this is a really painful raid for you because it forces so much idle time. So it would have been a good idea to leave like 2 Hersers or something back here just to defend. You would still have really good raiding potential down here and everything. It would not be good if a fight were to happen, but then I feel like a fight isn't really what's going to happen anyway. And you can always just back out from a fight at this stage of the game. So over here you should really be retreating your army over, but you're focused over here. But yeah, this diving to the town center, that's not going to pay off. No, you don't actually pick off on any other vills, and you're losing so much HP on these units. These really expensive units. And this Valkyrie is pretty much uncontested. I felt like that gatherer could have been saved. Do you have husbandry? No. You should get husbandry before working on these pigs. You're a bit short on resources, but I think it's worth it to just pause the throwing axemen for a bit. You get husbandry. Running your army through here, again, not a good idea. Not a good idea. Just like taking unnecessary damage. Like you could also just be removing these towers to make his base more exposed, and I think that would be a good idea actually to just work on these towers. But yeah, now this really sucks. I mean, you had what's it? You lost 2 gatherers and you get forced off this hunt. So it's like you're only gathering food half as fast now.
Yeah.
That really hurts your economy, being pushed off the hunt by that Valkyrie. Over here, here's a fight. You can't take this fight. He's not paying attention again. You could just turn around and kill some Herser. Your army is strong enough since you have the throwing axemen there. And yeah, this gold mine though. I feel like you really could have done a lot of damage to this gold mine in the first place. I mean, just look how exposed it is. These 2 towers are backwards. Like, if you had some throwing axemen here just right next to the forest, he can't really do anything about it. Like, you could have at least forced him off of this gold mine and then onto this back gold mine over here, and then you could have raided. Admittedly, you don't really know much about his back, because you're Thor and you have kind of crap scouting, which is another reason not to do this kind of rush as Thor. Like, I think this rush can be good against Atlantean, but against Odin, I'm not quite sure.
Skipan.
And you're back here hunting again. And this Valkyrie again, he could find you hunting. He could find you hunting. You need like you need more vision on this place, so you know what's going on there. Okay, so you're just clearing out the buildings over here. Also, you really need medium. Yeah, you have like so many infantry units now. Yeah, you really need the medium upgrades. You're sending 4 Herser back to deal with this, but 4 Herser isn't enough. Yeah, you should send more units back if you choose to deal with this. Which I'm not sure if you actually need to deal with this. I mean, you are killing his base faster than he is killing yours. Get mediums. You have the resources to get mediums. You don't even have to unpause your unit production. Over here, you can raid him. Swing these ults back over. If you can stop him from hunting, it would be really beneficial to you. It's like stopping a Norse player from hunting slows down their economy so much, since Norse hunt really fast. You really want to stop this hunting here. I mean, you did see it with your cursor, but I guess you didn't notice it. I mean, you definitely have the military advantage, just looking at the population. He's got more villagers than you, but you've got the military advantage. Like, because you're sort of stuck idling the TC. And with the military advantage, you should really be doing something more than just running back and forth here, picking off houses. But picking off houses is a good idea, but then when you run all the way back here and then run back here again, it's a lot of time. Anyway, so right now, it's about the time where you have it's like almost time where his gold mine is about to run out. So, yeah, you scout a gold mine down here, so I feel like maybe you could chuck down some walls here, though the settlement might be blocking. Like, this is the time where his gold mine's going to run out. You can also see that he's gathering from this point, so that's really where your army should be. Moving your army back through here. You don't want to run it through this tower here because that's just unnecessary damage. You want to walk your army all the way around here and then go back over here. And again, this is also likely the gold mine that he'll be moving to at about 10 minutes in. You don't know if he has a bad gold mine here, but I guess you just assume that he doesn't at this point. Oh no. This is the worst spot you could run through. It's not only through this tower, but it's also through this town center. Oh no, man, this is you're losing so much health on these alts. Man. Yeah, you should have ran at least through here, at least through this side, not through the town center here. That's just really bad. Losing so much health on these alts. But I think you can still win this fight despite that. You just have such a overwhelming military advantage. Yeah, so this fight should be going okay for you, actually. Yeah, this should be going fine for you. Okay, so again, you're diving into his town center. Like, oh man, you got to be really careful about just like running into arrow fire, because right here you're taking. I mean, this tower is doing 8 damage. It's doing 8 pierce damage a shot. This tower is also doing, and it's got 2 projectiles. This town center is doing like, I think the base attack is something. Yeah, it's 12. So it's 12 damage shot times 2 arrows. So you're taking like 50 something pierce damage a second just from being here. So it's like losing an all shark every 2 seconds or so, and that's no, and that's like, yeah, an all shark every 2 seconds is really a lot. That's like four longhouses looping all sharks, 4.5 actually. That's how much you need to keep up with losing 2 all sharks a second. And you got your army over here. You really can't be doing this crazy town center diving. It's just you lose too many units. So what you should be doing is backing off. Go over here, pick off these 3 buildings, this longhouse, this other longhouse. This temple is only defended by this tower. You can kill it without losing too many units. And then wall off this gold mine to make sure he doesn't come back to it. Just make a wall around it. Maybe make a longhouse next to it or something, just to make sure that he doesn't come back to it. And then you focus your attention on this other gold mine, because right now you have the potential to gold starve, but not like this. You're losing way too many units like this. Yeah, you just want to kill these buildings and then secure this gold mine. Make sure he doesn't come back to it. Yeah, this is not a good trade for you, and I guess you finally realize it, but then you've already lost quite a few units. Okay, so yeah, you picked up some buildings over here. You knocked him off of this gold mine, so presumably he's headed down to the bottom gold mine, and yeah, he is. So you have a military advantage. He's stuck on his only gold mine, and it's not in a position he's secured. So that's what your army should be doing. Like right after here, you just have one all-shark, making sure he doesn't come back to this gold mine, making some walls, and then you swing your army back here, and then he's gold starved. And then once he's gold starved, that's really good for you. Like, it's just a win if he's gold starved. And I feel like, yeah, you definitely can just win the game from here if you swing your army down. Okay, you are doing that. Good. Massive raid. It's really good. But I can't remember if you do dive into the town center, but like right now, here, it's time to back off. Don't lose more units than you have to. Back off. Back off, and then secure this gold mine, gold around it, build two longhouses here. You have the resources to. Just build two longhouses here. And then he won't be getting to this gold mine, and then go back to the other gold mine. That's what you need to do. You can't be here. You lose too many units to these buildings. You've also got loads of resources, so so that would be good to take a town center. Okay, yeah, I guess you're taking town center, which is fine as well. That also stops them from taking the gold mine. Also need to fix your housing issue. Okay, right now I see a problem with army composition. Army composition, it's got 21 Allsarks and 2 Hersers, and right now his army is just throwing axemen. He's got 13 throwing axemen. So despite you having way more army than him, I'm not sure you actually win a fight because he's got throwing axemen and you've got Allsarks. Like, I don't know why you stopped making throwing axemen. You clearly have the resources to make throwing axemen, and having a mix of Allsarks and throwing axemen would be much better for you than just having this primarily Allsark based army against a Norse player. Yeah, you need to make more throwing axemen. Allsarks aren't going to pay off here. And then you secure this gold mine, and then you win. Okay, so he's got 5 also over here. So, yeah, he is doing a good job with some counter raids. So you might have to send a few units back just to defend. But otherwise, you just sit on these gold mines, and then you basically win. You win if you secure this gold mine. He has no more gold mines. He has to move out in the middle then if you secure this gold mine, and you've basically secured the middle as well. You've got these buildings. You just spam longhouses here, and then you win. Okay, so let's see. So yeah, you're getting a bit of a raid here, but then even though this raid is really good, as long as you gold starve, you still win. This is a really good raid by him. Like it's getting a lot of dwarves, making a lot of idle time. Yeah, I think choosing to fight this raid is it's fine. It's a fine choice. But you gotta pay attention. Gotta pay attention. Okay, right about now, I remember watching this game and thinking this is the point where things start to go really badly. Again, you're chasing into his building, you're chasing into the tower fire, and he's got an army of just throwing axemen. So he's just gonna sit here between these two buildings, and this is also a choke point over here. So there's like, even though you've got so much more army than him, like he's like if you choose to chase him over here, then you'll be in trouble. And you actually do see this part of the map, like while you're guard playing with your zoom, you do see this. So you should be pulling all these guys out. You should be pulling all these guys way out. This isn't worth it. This is not worth it. And you pull everyone out. This is not worth it. This is not worth it. Yeah. So just losing all these all-star. Just look at the kill death. Just look how fast it's rising. Man. Yeah, right over here. Again, unnecessary diving into his base. Yeah, so now you're actually at our military disadvantage. He's also got all these Valkyries here, which you don't have an answer to. You've also got like full favor. You could be making Valkyries yourself. He doesn't have many Herser. These Valkyries would actually be good.
Skipper.
Yeah, now this is this is really bad. So, okay. So, right now the game's pretty much over. What I feel like lost you the game was just taking a bad fight, like lots of bad fights over here, and just like being under his town center and multiple towers a lot of the time for no good reason really, and just losing too many units. You did have some idle TC time, but I think that's not that bad if you get a really good rush off. And this rush had the potential to be a really good rush if you didn't lose so many units to the TC. Other things, securing gold mines, yes. You like at one point you could have just stopped him from mining gold completely and won the game if you just if you just built some buildings around here and made some walls around this gold mine to stop him going from it. You wouldn't have to run into his base to do any more damage. You just stop him from mining gold, and then he's got like if he has no gold, then he has got no way to he's got no way to just like do the things he needs to, because everything costs gold. Advancing costs gold, army costs gold. So if you just build a longhouse over here and some walls, it's basically game over. Yeah, and the other thing, this starting gold mine, a bit of a missed opportunity. Always be on the lookout for exposed or vulnerable resources that you can harass from your opponent if you want to play aggressive. Always be on the lookout for those. You had a really, really good opportunity here to mess up his gold mine. And unfortunately, that didn't happen. Other thing, army composition. I think you're making like pure all-starks into basically pure throwing axemen, and a mix of all-starks and throwing axemen would have probably worked. Would have probably been way better and just won you every fight. Like even though he's making throwing axemen, like I don't think you actually need to make raiding cavalry here to counter it. If you just have your own throwing axemen, I mean you have more units and you will be fine in fights. So yeah, right now, with this happening, it's just pretty much over, I think. Yeah, okay, so like I said, you gotta be really careful not to take losing fights. You had no reason to fight here in his base against all these throwing axemen. You had absolutely no reason to fight here, and doing that cost you the game. You just lost so many units and didn't get anything done. You could just like wall him in and just stop him expanding up to these gold mines and win the game. Okay, so that's going to be the game review. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely an improvement from the last rec I've seen, a really, really big improvement. So you're doing good. You're making good progress. So yeah, just the next thing to focus on. Don't dive into his town center. Secure the gold mines if you have the opportunity to gold star. Secure them, and then you'll have won this game, no problem. This game really should have been won by you. Okay, so see you.